And welcome back. The Salvation Army Greater New York Division is expecting a record number of people coming out into its metro area centers for groceries and or meals. Now, since COVID-19 first hit in the March of 2020, the Salvation Army Greater New York Division has provided more than 7.8 million meals to those persons in need. Joining us now to share and break down some details for us is the General Secretary at Salvation Army Greater New York Division, Major Kevin Stoops. And Major Stoops, good to have you back here, I should say, on Open. Last time wasn't so much of a good situation, but now this time here for the holidays.
It's good to be with you again.
Yeah, I think last time we talked, we were under tougher circumstances, but now as we prepare for the holidays, it's a good time. And then, in some ways we say it's the best of times and it's the worst of times because, as I said in the lead, an anticipated record number of people actually coming out needing a meal and needing some food.
Yeah, the food insecurity has not diminished since this pandemic and in the aftermath of the pandemic. We continue to see long lines at our Salvation Army centers for either food pantry or a hot meal during these days. And as we approach the holidays this year, interesting, a new factor thrown in with the increased prices in food. We're seeing that people just don't have enough resources financially to provide the meals that they need for the holiday season. So the Salvation Army is being called upon more than ever.
Mm-hmm. And so we know that Thanksgiving is coming up right around the corner.
Yeah.
Talk to us a little bit about what the plans are to assist the community during Thanksgiving.
Yeah, Thanksgiving is a very interesting time because in a lot of people's minds, it's the holiday that's skipped. We go from Halloween to Christmas, and that's seen in our stores and in our commercials on television. But Thanksgiving is the holiday where people want to gather with their family and friends and just have a feast. Well, nothing more disappointing than wanting to be with your family and friends, but not having the ability to put the feast on. And so in a very real way, the Salvation Army wants to be part of promoting that family environment, the opportunity to gather with friends around a meal. And so many people come to the Salvation Army saying, hey, is there anything that you're doing to help us for Thanksgiving? Every single unit that we have in our region, all 38 of them, is providing some form of Thanksgiving assistance to people in their communities, whether that's a Thanksgiving food box, whether that's a turkey giveaway program, or whether it's a sit-down hot Thanksgiving dinner either the days before the holiday or on the day itself. So we're seeing a high demand, and we anticipate that more than ever, we're going to come to Salvation Army looking for a meal at Thanksgiving.
Yeah, and I know that in order to do the work that you do, volunteers are definitely needed. What's it been like, given the fact that there's so many people in need? How have you seen the response when it comes to volunteerism?
Yeah, I think the pandemic sort of gave people an excuse not to volunteer, not wanting to get out, not sort of losing that rhythm, losing that habit of really engaging with organizations such as the Salvation Army to help people. So I would hope that this reminder today even would sort of activate that desire in their spirit to just give back to their community, be involved. We could use the help in packing those food boxes, whether it's cooking a turkey and bringing it down to the Salvation Army, or just being some of the people that hand out the meals on the day that they're given out. So volunteerism is still needed, and we hope that people will respond in a positive way this holiday season.
Yeah. What's it been like for you? I mean, obviously, you've had your hands full. First, the pandemic, then you've got hurricanes to contend with, and if now you got the holidays to contend with. What's it been like for you and your staff?
Yeah, I tell you what, we're a little stretched. It's interesting because the pandemic had two factors on our people, on Salvation Army officers as well as the staff at Salvation Army units. First of all, it's physically demanding. We needed to get the food out to people. That we did that by delivery, by grab and go meals, by food boxes. That was daily, and that was every single day on the front lines, making sure people that were experiencing food insecurity or even experiencing homelessness really had their needs met. But there's a mental toll. There's a there's an assault on our mental capacity, from mental health to depression to discouragement, that really played a role as well. And there's no relief. Now we go right from that into that hurricane that hit us in the fall, and now into the busy holiday season. So I would say that our people are probably a little weary, both mentally as well as physically. Uh, but I know that they're all ready to go. We've had meetings leading up to the beginning of our Salvation Army fundraising campaign, the kettles on the street with the bell ringers, and the assistance that's needed this season. And I think we're ready to go. I just hope that people are patient when they realize that we've been at it for quite a while now.
Yeah, yeah. And talk about being at it for quite a while. One of the people who are at it for quite a while has literally been the not-for-profit sector, and they've been tremendously hit. Can you give us a little insight as to your thoughts as to how the not-for-profits have actually had to deal with this challenge?
Yeah, they are called upon more than ever. The not-for-profit sector is one that doesn't necessarily receive assistance from any government support, or that way we really are dependent upon our donors and people that are just supporting us through their volunteer and their financial donations. So I think that the challenge is greater than ever. I also think that surprisingly, this season with there's a supply shortage. Um, I said this to someone the other day, and it's true that this is the prime time for us to receive financial support. One of the ways we do that is through sending letters in the mail so people can respond. Do you realize that there's a supply shortage of paper and glue? Glue, you
Wow.
say, why does that play a factor? Well, the adhesive on the envelope is hard to get. So our mail house that puts all those mailings together and puts them in the mail is saying that he's going to be delayed by at least a week to 10 days in getting that out. Well, that kind of a message is concerning to an organization like the Salvation Army, because that's one of the primary ways that we receive financial support. And so the other way that's a shortage is there's a toy shortage. And so when we are looking to give toys to thousands of children this season, and we have a lot of people that help us do that. But man, when they go to the store or go on online to look for various toys and they're not available, then the dreams of a child get dashed just because there's a shortage of that supply. So I hope people will look early for toys. They'll grab the angel tree tag that the Salvation Army has. They'll look at the wish of the child and they'll act early. Don't wait till the last minute this season, just simply because of the supply shortage. That's a couple factors that it's affecting us at the Salvation Army and must be affecting other nonprofits as well.
Yeah, I know for a fact that a lot of people have been adversely affected by this. I mean, even when we talk about Thanksgiving itself, we know that there's been talk of the turkey shortage and those people who want wine with their meal. We know there's a wine shortage. So definitely a lot going on that we need to pay particular attention to. But Major Kevin Stoops, got to thank you and all the great work that you and the Salvation Army are doing to provide because of and also in spite of. Thanks a lot for being with us.
Thank you, Darren. Appreciate it.
Definitely. And want to let you know now, if you do want some more information, please visit their website at salvationarmyny.org and then follow them on social media at Salvation Army NY. Encourage you, don't go anywhere. We've got more open coming up right after this.